Welcome back to English digital class. Children, yesterday we have learnt how to prepare ourselves to go on a trip. We have also learnt how we have to write on preparing for a trip. With the help of your teacher, you all must have also written the discourses, right? Yes. So, to see those discourses, let us see our friends' presentations now. Let us see the video of our children's presentations.
Last year I visited 𝗂𝗽𝗃𝗃. I went along with my mother and sister. I packed my rice and curries. I am going to 𝗂𝗽𝗃𝗃 by the bus. It was a very large visit. It was very beautiful. There was a very big queue. In the temple, it was very clean. I was amazed to see in the temple all their very big shops in the temple. The prasadam was very tasty. I was so many monkeys. While traveling through bus, I am very happy.
Good. Next.
Today I am my mother and my father and my brother. Today going my family snacks and junk food to Golconda. On my back I look on the Golconda. This place very beautiful. My family enjoyed the Golconda. It's a very big location. Golconda, my family. I am also shoot the camera. I am also feel enjoy the day. Golconda, my family. Shake on the location. Golconda, very very beautiful.
కింద పెట్టాలి.
We had been longing to make a trip to Birla Mandir and my
Hold the book in your hand.
I'm so excited. My mother prepared snacks and my dad ready for the trip to go. We took a car from 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 city, the Birla Mandir on the mountains and the Birla Mandir so big and white. I like Birla Mandir and it's so beautiful. The Birla Mandir's God is 𝗪𝗪𝗪 God. I like so much and my dad excited to click a family photo and my mother, father and all my family eat food and come back to home.
Okay, children. Like these children, you also must have presented your discourse in the class. Yes? Yeah. So, you all also are learning to speak in English, right? Yes. Well, children, now as we have seen the children describing the place they visited, today let us read the lesson, A Trip to Andaman. Before reading the passage, now look at the picture given in page number 73. Okay. Observe the picture. What is it? Yes, it is a route map showing different routes to Andaman. It is showing the route map to Andaman from Chennai, Visakhapatnam and Calcutta. Children, did you observe the colored lines that are linking Port Blair? Can you guess why they are in different colors? No? Okay. The red color shows A route and the blue color shows C route. Now, tell me from which places we can see the C route to reach Andaman. Yes, it is from Chennai, Visakhapatnam and Calcutta, presently known as Kolkata. Children, can you identify Andaman in the map? I know you can identify it very clearly. Is it connected to any land? Yes, we see that it is not connected to any land. It is in the middle of Bay of Bengal Ocean. Children, do you know what do they call it as? You don't know. Don't worry, I will tell you. Let us see this. We can see that the land in the middle of the ocean is covered on all sides with water. As it is not connected with land, then how to reach this place? What modes of transport can be helpful for us to reach to that place? Yes, it is possible to reach through sea or airways. Now look at this picture. Yes, it is the picture of a ship. Now children, let us read the passage. Open your textbooks and look into page number 73. Let us read from "We had been to answered his queries about the ship." Read the text silently. Put a tick mark for the lines you understand. Put a cross mark for the lines that you did not understand. Put a star mark for the lines you like the most. You can underline the words that you don't know their meaning. You might have completed reading the text. Children, now let us look at the difficult words you have come across in the text. Now, look at these words. Hired, to engage. Boarded, on or in a ship. Cheered, to encourage. Waving, move one's hand to and fro in greeting. Cell towers, cell phone tower. Chimneys, a pipe which emits gases up from a fire. Vanish, disappear. Twinkling lights, to reflect lights in a flickering manner. Amusing, entertaining. Curious, eager to know. Saloon, a large room used for haircut. Seasickness, feeling dizzy while traveling on sea. Sanitary workers, a person employed to clean toilets and remove garbage. Queries, expressing doubts. Crew, group of people working on a ship. Children, by now you must have understood all the meanings of these difficult words. Now, let us see this video. Okay children, after watching this video, let us try to answer these questions. Who went on a trip? When did they go on a trip? Describe the ship which they travelled. Who cheered them and how? How was the second day? What was amusing? Why the narrator was curious? Who are the different people working on the ship? Who clarified the narrator's doubts? Children, before answering these questions, let us read the text once again. Children, now I am going to read the text for you all. Just move your finger and follow my reading. Now listen to the text. A trip to Andaman. We had been longing to make a trip to Andaman and Dad made it possible for us during the last summer holidays. Soon after the examinations, Mom made preparations for the trip on the 25th of April. We took the Pinakini Express from Vijayawada and reached Chennai Central by 1 p.m. after lunch. We hired a taxi for the port. In the evening, we boarded a ship for Port Blair and the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The ship looked much bigger than our school building. It had 4 stories. It set out after sounding a loud horn. People who had come to see off their friends and relatives cheered them by waving their hands. My sister Amala and I too waved our hands while Mom and Dad smiled at us. Tall buildings, cell towers and factory chimneys began to vanish gradually. After a while, the twinkling lights of Chennai bade us farewell. Soon everything around us began to look dark and calm, but inside the ship it was all bright and beautiful. When we closed the windows and doors of our cabin, we did not feel the movement of the ship. On the second day, we came to know that we were in the middle of the sea. The weather was pleasant on the sea. The day was sunny and the sea was reflecting the clouds like a flat mirror. We saw dolphins swimming along the ship. They sprang and dived again and again. It was quite amusing. I was curious to know what other people were doing on the ship. So I went around. I saw some watching films and some others eating and drinking in the restaurants. A few were buying things in the fancy stores. I was surprised to see some in a saloon getting their hair cut. The medical staff was busy treating the patients suffering mostly from seasickness. The sanitary workers were on their job of keeping the cabins, corridors and toilets neat and clean. The crew of the ship was very friendly and courteous. They gladly answered all my queries about the ship. Children, very good. You all followed me with your finger moving on your text. Very good children. Just try to answer those questions what we have left unanswered. Now let us look at each question and try to answer in our own words. Let us look at the first question, children. Who went on a trip? Yes, the writer and his family went on a trip. When did they go on a trip? Yeah, you're very right, children. On the 25th of April, they went on a trip. Who cheered them and how? Yes, their friends and relatives cheered them by waving their hands. How was the second day? Yes, children, the second day they came into the middle of the sea and the weather was very pleasant and the day was sunny and the sea was reflecting the clouds like a flat mirror. You're very right, children. What was amusing? Yes, the dolphins swimming along the ship and the diving of the dolphins was quite amusing. Why the narrator was curious? Yes, the narrator wants to know what the other people were doing on the ship. So he was curious. Who are the different people working on the ship? Yes, children, the medical staff, the sanitary workers and the crew of the ship were working on the ship. Let us go to the next question, children. Who clarified the narrator's doubts? Yes, it is the crew of the ship who clarified the narrator's doubts. Children, now you may take up this reading after this class with the help of your teacher and do the individual reading and the collaborative reading and go forward.
We longed to make a trip to Andaman and that made it possible for us during the last summer holidays. Soon after the examination, Mom made preparations for the trip. On the 25th of April, we took the Pinaki Express from Vijayawada and reached Chennai Central by 1 p.m. After lunch, we arrived a taxi for the port. In the evening, we boarded a ship for Port Blair, the capital of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The ship looked much bigger than our school building. It had 4 stories. It set out after sounding a loud horn. People who had come to see of their friends and relatives reached them up by waving their hands. My sister Amala and I too waved our hands by Mom and Dad started. Tall buildings, cell towers and factory chimneys began to vanish gradually after a while. The twinkling lights of Chennai bade us farewell. Soon everything around us began to look dark and clam, but inside the ship it was all bright and beautiful. When we closed the windows and doors of our cabin, we did not feel the movement of the ship. On the second day we came to know that we were in the middle of the sea. The weather was pleasant on the sea. The day was sunny and the sea was reflecting the clouds like a flat mirror. We saw dolphins swimming along the ship. They sprang and dived again and again. It was quite amusing. I was curious to know what other people were doing on the ship. So I went around. I saw some watching films and some others was surprised to see some in a salon getting their hair cut. Their medical staff was by treating the pain suffering mostly from seasickness. Their sanitary works were on the job of keeping the cabin, corridors and toilets and neat and clean. The crew of the ship was very friendly and floaters. They gradually answered all my queries about the...
Thank you, children.